Hey, this is Sour Savior, and today I'm going to show you how to make a survival-ready automatic pumpkin farm. So I've started out here with a chest, and then we're going to add the same hopper minecart on top of a hopper that I use so many places. Glass on either side of it so that it doesn't stop this chest from opening, and so that the hopper minecart doesn't roll off of its spot. And then the next thing I'm going to need here is some dirt and some kind of slab, a bucket of water, and a hoe. Alright, so I'm going to want to have dirt here and here. And just in case I want to expand later, I'm going to leave my slab here. And I'll add some dirt here so the water doesn't fall out. Glass block here so that this won't be a valid space for the pumpkin to grow into. And there's that. And I'm going to want to add some light just to be extra sure that everything gets the light levels it needs to grow. So this one here is going to be our farmland. So we're going to get the water, keeping that valid. And we want to go over to miscellaneous to get a pumpkin seed and some bone meal. So there's the pumpkin seed, and make that grow up. We want an observer that's facing the pumpkin stem and delivering its redstone signal straight up. And I'm also going to need a piston and some redstone dust. So the piston faces straight down. We need a solid block on top of the piston so that this redstone dust doesn't break every time it fires. And then we just run that dust on top of our observer. And this will work through a solid block if you'd rather have the top of it look more even, but that's not necessary. So this is actually the whole thing done and built. You can prevent some loss on it by adding blocks around the side so that when the pumpkin breaks, it stays right on top of the cart. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about the possibility of the pumpkin falling back onto the stem, but with any automatic farm, you accept the chance of a little bit of loss. But, yep, so this is the whole thing built. And as soon as a pumpkin grows in this spot here, the stem growing a pumpkin is a observable change that will trigger the observer. So as soon as this pumpkin appears, the stem will bend towards it, the observer will fire, and that will activate the piston, breaking the pumpkin, which will then get pulled into this hopper minecart, pulled out by the hopper, and deposited in the chest. And this design is very expandable. You can make a bunch of them all in a row or in a square, and you can either have an individual hopper minecart under every single one, or you can have your hopper minecart rolling around under the whole place, in which case you'll want to build something to catch the hopper minecart when it gets to the end of its journey, and that'll lock it in place while it unloads. That's fairly simple, but since the design I use was made by someone else, I'm not going to show it in this video. And I'm going to leave the camera rolling so that you can see this fire, but there's not going to be anything else being built. So if you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and feel free to either stick around or not. And this could take 20 seconds or it could take several minutes because pumpkin growth is very random. Yeah, actually, I don't want to leave this running all day, so just bear in mind that it produces pumpkins at a very slow rate, but if you build one early, then you won't necessarily have to think about pumpkins later. I have one in my survival base that has about 16 pumpkin stems, each with 4 dirt spots available, and over the course of 2.5 months of intermittent playing, it's filled up about 2 double chests worth of pumpkins. So we're talking about 108 stacks of pumpkin, but it took weeks to get there. So if you need pumpkins right now, you're really better off just planting rows and rows of pumpkin seeds out in an open field somewhere. But if all you want to do is build a little machine down in your base and leave it for later, then this is a great option. So, bye.